Super Saturday of sports on the high school diamond. Section 7 AAA playoffs in the elimination bracket. Winner go home between Hermantown and Cloquet. Both teams looking to survive that consolation bracket and make it all the way back to the section finals. The Jacks get us going in the top of the second. Already up 1-0 when Nico Gentilini hits an RBI single. That runner beats the throw home. Cloquet doubling the damage to 2-0. Now in the third inning, it's first baseman Aiden Reavers launching one into the sky. The sacrifice fly ball does the trick, scoring another run for those Lumberjacks, who are swinging the axe now with a 3-run lead. River Freeman trying to spark a rally for Hermantown, but Cloquet was all over it, executing the perfect double play for a pair of outs to end that scoring threat. You can only hold a Hawk back so long before it takes flight. Starting pitcher Jimmy Barsh with an RBI double to deep left. He gets Hermantown on the board. This one turned into an instant classic with Hermantown completing the late comeback and advancing with an 8-7 win over Cloquet. Other teams in Section 7 AAA hitting the diamond as well. The top-seeded Grand Rapids Thunderhawks advancing to the section finals with an 8-2 win over Rockridge, while the Hibbing Blue Jacket season comes to an end with a 15-7 loss to Chisago Lakes. For all the scores and future matchups, head on over to our website, northernnewsnow.com.